Well, hello everyone. Boas tardes.
Hi everyone.
Sean and Tiernan here up in the Alto de A Groba. Beautiful hill here. It's Baiona all behind Tiernan there.
Yeah, right behind me.
We just got connected a little bit earlier to check if anyone logs in and check on the signal, check on our audio, so that we're here a bit early. So if anyone's there, let us know. You can say in the chat there, audio fine, video fine. It's not easy to get signal up here, so we're going to do our best. And we've got a treat for you now. So again, Sean and Tiernan here. We're going to be showing you a little bit. Hi, Catherine. Hi, Anne.
Hi, Catherine.
They're all been
Hi,
feeding
Anne.
all
How are you
day.
doing?
The wild horse has been feeding all day. And there's one still here. So I'm going to zoom right in onto him now. That's partly why I started a bit early. So let me get the camera. Walk down and show you here. Hi, Susan from Vancouver. Good to see you.
Hi, Susan.
Now, there was a few of them here grazing all day. They love all this brush and all the real wildflowers and everything, such a grosh heather. And look, we're going to get a nice sunset. So this is an added touch. So we're again in Baiona, Galicia, Spain, northwestern corner. And this whole mountain range has wild horses, the Bronze Ages. So we're talking about the Celts and the whole indigenous tribes here of the area. You know, if everyone can see okay, I'm going to be nice and quiet too. And I'm going to zoom in from here. See if we can get a good shot of him there over this side here. So yeah, he's the last one still eating away. I'm going to zoom in, everyone. Isn't he beautiful? Now the breed of the horse is a Garrano. They're called the Pura Raza Gallega, so the pure Galician breed. So they're very sturdy, they're not very tall, you see, and they are very, very good for this type of terrain. And he's loving that, isn't he? Hearts if you like this. Look at this, guys. Beautiful, isn't it? And see, they're wild horses, but they have owners. See, they do a corral every year called A Rapa das Bestas. It's the shearing of the beasts, the shearing of the wild horses. And they bring them down to a corral. The veterinarians come and check that they're all healthy. And they do a whole shearing. And look at him, he's been nice and sheared up because it was just before in July here. So I'm going to wait for other people to log in here. And I wanted to get this before he walks away because he was moving farther and farther away from the lookout point. So we wanted to get him before he leaves. He's looking right at the camera too. Oh, he's coming towards us now. We'll move away from him and let him graze more. That's great. I'm in zoom, so I'm quite far away still, but I want to make sure I keep my distance. I'm going to zoom out a little bit so it doesn't get as shaky. When I zoom, it does shake a bit. I'm going to go to 1. See, we're quite a distance still. Yes, they do own them, Susan. There's owners, and they check for their well-being and everything. Every year they do a corral of the wild horses. They bring them down, and veterinarians, like I say, come and they make sure they're healthy. They cut their manes, but they roam free wild, so they're still wild but have owners. And they deal with the breeding process as well, so they don't get extinct. A good friend of ours was supposed to come here, but he couldn't make it. You know why? Because he was at Kuros, which is a horse festival, up in Lugo. And he was coming back down here. His name's Adrian from Finca Moreiras. He lives in this village here of Baiona, and he does all to protect these animals and does all safaris up here and horse riding. So he actually couldn't make it because he was up at one of these festivals and coming back with his own horse in the back. The hitch was a little bit loose, so he decided he's not going to risk it. So he actually said, I have to miss this live stream, Sean, and the next one we're going to do on the 30th, so he'll be there. How many are there? Oh, there's quite hundreds of them through the hills here. Yeah, there's quite a few throughout all the hills. And I wanted to go around to the other side here. And you'll see here all the pine trees surround them. We've got eucalyptus, and we've got quite views up here that you're going to see when I go over. So yes, this whole area of Alto de Groba, the Sierra de Groba, It's an area where there's lots for horse riding, biking. Oh, you can see our shadows there. I'm going to move this way. And all activities up here above the village of Baiona. You're going to see the village of Baiona that has a nice bay with the same name, Baiona. We'll get to that when we get over. Look, you can see a glimpse through the trees. See right through there, ladies and gentlemen? Right through there. Are the horses all the same color, Susan's asking? No, they're different colors. Some of them are patchwork color. Some of them are darker brown. Some of them are even whiter. So all different colors. And these are horses that play quite a big role in the area in Galicia for agriculture way back. Yeah, very pretty, isn't it, Cynthia? So we're going to focus in on him a little bit because, like I say, this is the time when they're all leaving. You could hear them calling each other, and they must be going up to rest because they've been grazing all day. But he's the last one there. Nice sunset today. Thank you. Yeah, it is beautiful. This whole area. Tina and I love it. We come up here for walks. There's trails throughout.
Hiking.
E-biking too, no?
E-biking trails as well.
Yeah, so we started a little bit early just for this, and we're going to focus in a bit more and get other people to see to log in at 9:30. All you early comers get a treat. We'll give a full intro, and then we'll get into the views, and we're going to attempt to go all the way up to another lookout point, driving in our car, no, Tiernan?
Yeah.
We'll see how that works, because the connection up here is a little bit tricky, but we're going to do it. Pura raza gallega, and they're very good for this terrain. They're very agile, very sturdy. Yeah, hi, yeah, beautiful horse. We're up in the Monte A Groba in Baiona, Galicia, Spain. Natural space here with all wild horses since the Bronze Ages. And now they've been a type of horse that people are really, the Galicians love their horses, and they love their festival of the horses. So now I can see we're live. We're going to turn this round, and we're going to give a full intro to everyone. And then we'll get started as well again, I should say. So here we are with a nice view in the background with our friend here.
Our friend behind us.
Yeah, I gave an intro. My name's Sean.
My name's Tiernan. Hello, everyone.
We're a father and son duo of doing tours here in Galicia. All food tours, wine tours, walking tours, and anything to do with the beautiful nature and culture of this land. So we're going to show you today A Groba in Baiona, up here in the hills. We're up at about 650 meters, just about, and we're up at one of the lookout points that we're going to see spectacular views. So we're going to show you our friend here, our Garrano horse here, beautiful. And he's the last one because it's late at night now, almost at sunset. You see the sun coming down. So a lot of them we could see moving off, calling each other and going for a rest at night. But he's still hungry. Susan was asking, are these wild horses in other parts of Spain? No, they're actually native from here. They're in northwestern, or down in Portugal, they have the same type of horse, similar breeds, but they're all from the Celtic times and the Bronze Ages. So I'm going to turn this around, everyone. If you have questions, like as we're going, go right ahead. And I'm going to tell you a little about Baiona, tell you a little about the horses. But again, our good friend Adrian from Finca Moreiros could not make it because he was at a horse festival, and his horse trailer coming back here to Baiona, the hitch was a little bit loose, so he decided, I'm not going to risk it. So he stayed up there. It's near Lugo, where they do a horse festival, where they do a corral of the horses. So he'll be with us on the 30th, and he does safaris up here as well in person, which are great to see all these wild horses, the Garranos. So I'm going to turn around and so you can, again, pine trees, eucalyptus trees up here, and as well we've got some oak, some chestnut. But see here as well, this hill in 2006 and 2017 had really bad forest fires. And the people of the village of Baiona had to rescue a lot of these horses that were up here, and even had to rescue their village in 2017. It came right down. So you see they got a beautiful coat to them. I'm going to zoom in from here. I'm not very close. And they're very sturdy. A little bigger than a pony. Very agile. And they can get right through these terrains here. So I'm not a horse expert, I'm a horse lover. And again, we can get any other documentation from our friend from Finca Moreiras, Adrian. He can tell you all about these beautiful horses on the next episode. I'm going to zoom out. Yeah, beautiful horse, isn't it? So again, they have owners because every year what they do is to check their health and their well-being. They have what's called a rapa das bestas. A rapa das bestas, if we translate it into English, means the shearing of the beasts, the shearing of the wild. What they do is during the months of end of June, July, so summertime, they corral them down the mountain. There's these special horsemen that know all these horses and do all horse riding, like Adrian, and they bring them down and they bring them on these stone corrals where they corral them all together, and the veterinarians come to check that they're healthy.
Look,
The
there's 3
hairdressers
horses
come.
coming
Oh, we got more. Good. Look
over
at that.
here. More horses.
So then they have the hairdressers come, make him look all nice. He's just got his hair all cut nice and his manes sheared. And then what they do afterwards is they don't hurt the animals at all. It's not harmful. It's for their own goods. And you see they have branding as well. They do the breeding and all the people that own these horses. And they do it for the control and to see how many horses are actually here now. See, there's another one through the trees there now. I would love to get over to that area. But we're going to have to wait for them to come to us because, as I explained, the connection up here is very tricky. And it might get pixelated a little bit or cut off. So I want to make sure we've got a good angle of him here. So again, through the Celtic times, they use these horses through this terrain. And then through the Galician way of life way back, they used them for agriculture and getting from place to place through the hills. And now, of course, they're all free to roam and to graze. And then at night, they'll go and sleep up here, of course. You can see Baiona behind there. And I'm going to tell you about Baiona when we get over top of it here. So the sun's still coming down, so we still got some light. Look down there, let's get in closer so you can see his features. Hello, good day, Adrian. We've been talking about you. Adrian, wish you were here. On the 30th, we'll have to tell him all about the horses because I'm doing my best. I hope everything's well with you. But look at the beautiful views at sunset with the shining on his coat there. It looks beautiful. And the other one, it's an art, this, I tell you. You have to know connection and everything. Live streaming to show you, to take you to beautiful places. But this whole hill here, you've got so much activities to do. Instead of, because Baiona is known for a beach sailing destination, but you've got up here, just not even 10 minutes drive up to the top, even biking, and you've got all these trails to enjoy, and you're like at a different area totally. There's a whole sierra as well. The Sierra A Groba goes all the way down into Oya, which is the next village, then all the way down to Aguarda. The lifespan of the horse, I can get you all those details later. And even through the chat later on, I can answer and you can get those details. So as a connection, still good from here. I'm going to go a bit closer from this area. So here the horse in Galicia is very worshipped, very praised for all the hard work it's done through the years. Oh, here we go, another one crossing. So you can see you got to be careful when you're driving because they own the roads. Everyone see that all right? It goes a little bit shaky when I zoom. So here I'm going to zoom out again. Oh, here we go. See how they're all different colors as well. The wild horses, as bestas. And this is perfect lighting today. So next weekend it is that Adrian from Finca Moreiros, he's going to do a safari up here, showing them all around. So it's on the 22nd, 23rd. And it's showing you all the wild horses, about the fauna, about the mountain up here, the hill. This is a nice angle here. Anyone can try and get their postcards, their screenshots there. Thank you, Adrian. 25 to 30 years. See there? I'm so happy you're in the chat there. I would have loved you to have been here to add more of the content, but this is spectacular being able to see up close. And I'm going to be quiet. So he's really likes the ferns as well. Here in Galicia, I think there's like 8 different types of ferns. So it's an area where everything's so green. It's a microclimate here in Galicia, so everything grows very lush. Now we've got the sun coming down, but I don't want to move away from these guys here because you'll never know if they'll come back. And we're going to go up to the highest point here, highest lookout. So this is the lookout of O Cortelliño. And you'll see some of the little potros, the little baby ones too in here. Well, pregnant, you could answer that one too, Adrian. It looks like from eating so much the grass and all the fern. But it could be because they've been through breeding process as well. Here we go, look at that. Beautiful black features. And like I said, they've been nicely trimmed, their manes and everything. And look at those views over the bay here. We're going to go up a little bit further here so you can see from an upper angle of views. It's all doubles, no, more than doubles. Triples, oh, they're calling each other. It almost triples during the summertime here. So why? Because it's a nice bay and beaches and sailing. There's the prince, well, the king now of Spain, Philip. They come here for a regatta of his name as well. So sailings are, look at that beautiful shot there. Yeah, there's a few of them coming over now. But I want to keep my distance. I'll zoom when I can. And Adrian was saying, whereas in the wild, perhaps a little bit less because harsh weather and little food. So here they are lucky because they have close by, they're taken care of, still to roam free. You would only get in a safari with Adrian or a horse riding, because with here we can only show you from the lookout points really. I'm going to zoom more. There we go. Whoa, one coming right here, move back a bit. This is tricky. There's a bunch of them now. Look right over the bay. Look at this. They want to see the sunset as well. So I'm going to go up a bit higher so you can see the sunset from the hill up here, from the lookout, and you'll still be able to see the horses below. Who's the boss? How tall are they? There was like 56 inches there. So yeah, 1.20 to 1.30 meters. And now here we go. This is a spectacular view. I'm gonna watch my footing a bit. Look at that. How's that? Hearts if you love the view. And now we'll come over where you can tell you a bit about the little town. Yeah, even the weather changes up here. It's a little bit cooler, being over 650 meters. Playing together. Horses, I told you. I was getting worried at the start of the show because I didn't see any horses. I'm like, oh boy. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, we got views, don't we? And then finally they all came. So they came out for you guys. To show you the beautiful nature. Now here we've got the whole bay of Baiona, the Ria de Baiona, enclosed bay right here. Look how beautiful it is. And we've got down at the bottom there is home peninsula, where the whole origin of this town started. Monte do Boi, Monte Boy. And that was where they first were, the Celts, right here in a hill fort. We're talking 3rd century BC. And then the Romans came in and conquered this area, so it was Romanized. And then that fort was in the Middle Ages where all the people of the village lived. I'm going to zoom in a bit. Because there was a lot of attacks up in this area by pirates. Sir Francis Drake came up here, Napoleon's troops, Turkish pirates, Phoenicians came up through here. So what we're looking at there is right here. Now it's a beautiful Parador Hotel in the palace of Condes de Gondomar, the Counts of Gondomar. So it's a beautiful place to stay. The Parador is bought over in 1966 and turned it into the Parador there. So 4-star to stay here in Baiona, beautiful location. And to come up here and enjoy all this, what we're looking at right here. The Garrano horses. And Baiona, you can see off this beautiful view, we've got 2 small islands here. As estrellas, estrellas, as stars. It's the one, the dentro y the fora, so the inside one and the outside one. And then over here we've got an archipelago of islands. It's an actually Atlantic island park called the Cies Islands, CIES. 3 islands, no, Tiernan?
Yeah, 3 islands, which are Monteagudo, Faro, the middle island, and San Martino. Those are the 3 islands that form the archipelago of Cies Islands.
Yeah, you can take boats over there. Beautiful for a day trip. I'm going to zoom out again so you can get more of a panoramic. Wow, look at the colors. And let's move over here. If anyone has any other questions about Baiona, about the horses, go right ahead. So the village now, and since the 16th century, it was an important port. Are these islands inhabited? The small little ones? No. And the big ones over there?
The caretakers only.
There's only the caretakers, yeah. And it's trails, and it's a nature park, so no one lives on them. Yeah, nice view, Joy, isn't it? Baiona is a spectacular little town for making it as a base when exploring Galicia, the Ries Baixas, the low bays. And we can even see farther out there, that's another bay, that's the Bay of Vigo. So that's Vigo Bay there. And we've got the village right next to Baiona called Negran. And then we've got all this spectacular mountain range here. I'll move over the other side. So Baiona, as you know as well, we did a couple virtual tours about an important festival here that marks an important time. Here was where the first discovery, the word of the discovery of the Americas came in on La Pinta in 1493. So Columbus, of course, went over to discover Americas, and then the ship that made it back first was La Pinta, and by Pinzon, the pilot, and then from here in Baiona. And they do a reenactment every year of the arrival, La Arribada, and we had live streaming there. You can look at our replay. If you look on our channel there, you'll be able to get a replay of it. So take a look there. Here's the sun over here as well, everyone. And the horses. I'll get another angle of them in a bit as well before the sun goes down. I'm going to try panoramic view. See, now we've got a full panoramic view. Wow, what spectacular views. The population is 12,000.
Around 12,200 people, yeah.
And then in the summer, it just duplicates, triplicates, and it's just crazy that how many people come here because of having such an attractive bay and so much to see and do. There's just a spot that everyone loves to come to and spend time. Yeah, Baiona, Galicia, Spain. Manuel, beautiful, isn't it? Coming right to your screens. Now I'm going to zoom in again. Look at that. You can see all the boats there, pleasure boats, because sailing's a big thing. And then we've got a replica of La Pinta down there that I showed on our other tour. Again, you can see the replay of that. And then we've got all the beaches that string along, so there's lots of sports here. We've got stand-up paddle as well. We've got kayaking, sailing. So there's the views zoomed in a bit. And we're protected the whole bay by Monteferro, the iron hill. And that really has a fort up at the top there, so it's a very enclosed bay, you'll see. Thank you, Melanie. Yes, it's beautiful, isn't it? We're going to get another angle. We're going to attempt to go in the car, but I'm going to show you here a bit more. If anyone has any further questions, go right ahead. But it is a spot to spend like a week here at the Parador. You can't go wrong. And then there's wine country nearby. We've got the O Rosal wine country. It's part of the Ries Baixas appellation of origin. Makes some excellent Albarino and blended Rosal wine. And then here you've got the seafood, the fish from the whole coast. So it's an area that offers lots for gastronomic tourism, nature. And there's part of the Camino de Santiago, the pilgrimage way of St. James, the coastal Portuguese way. We're going to be doing another episode with a good friend of mine who's a Camino guide. He's been doing all the Caminos, Mark, and we're going to walk part of the Camino into Baiona, so you'll have to see that. Yeah, just stand and breathe in the view. I could just stay here all the time, no, everyone? And just get the horses there, and then this in the background. So I'm going to try and move my angle. But we are going to attempt to go to another lookout. The sun's getting high, but then you'll see at night too, with the lights coming out. That's the whole idea. But this is something that we wanted to show because Baiona, the tourism of Baiona, which is collaborating for this event, they want to show another side of their little town, which I think is great. Showing a cultural heritage of these, natural heritage, and showing other things to do. You love the Camino? Yeah, this is an area, part of the Camino does come up even through the hill. The tougher part, or you can go along the coastal road. Let's zoom in a bit. Gets a little shaky because of the zoom, because it's going in. I'm trying to keep it as steady as possible. So you can get your screenshots and share them there, please. You can see I put a link up as well for Finca Moreira's page and for the Tourism of Baiona to find out more about both of them. I think it's great what Finca Moreira Adrian's doing to preserve their association, to preserve the well-being of them, to stop the extinction of these pura raza gallega, this true Galician breed. Wow. Just wow. And I got lucky because there's a little bit of mist and haze, but we can still see through it. But we came up here to do some testing before we did this a few weeks ago, and it was fogged over. That's typical as well because you can't get fog in the area. So we got fog right over top of us. Oh, right in between us. It was nice to see as well, but we couldn't get these views. So I'm going to go over here a bit more. So those are the horses. To really come and see them, you have to see them in person. I come on a horse ride, a horse safari as well. You have to come to Baiona. Like I say, you said, Susan, add it to your bucket list, no? And there's another nice view of the bay. One last view from here, and then we're going to go up higher. Let's go over here. I've got to watch my footing too. So all these hills are mainly all granite rock. Granite in Galicia, that's another big industry where they have the granite blocks at the port and they get shipped to even Japan and Italy. And the weather when we first got here was about 16 degrees Celsius. Now it's cooler. But it was getting hot these last few days. Here's another angle I'm going to do so you can get the sun. Panoramic. Beautiful. Silence for a little bit just to soak it in. And see, we've got all even thistles, the cardew, the wild brush. How long have I lived in Spain? Suzanne's asking me. 25 years, originally from Vancouver, Canada. and came here and just fell in love with it literally for the nature, gastronomy, and the history, and many other things. And I enjoy showing all my Canadian American, all travelers that come with me, and show them and to transmit all the beauty of Galicia. And the food and wine is a big thing, isn't it?
Yeah. Especially food.
You're from Vancouver, wow. Great to have a Vancouverite online. So we're gonna turn this around here now, because we're gonna get in the car. Tierna's gonna start going to the car. And we're gonna see if we can get up to the other lookout point so you can see some more views. So you get another angle. You can get a selfie of us here over the bay of Baiona, a little town we love for many reasons. And this is one of them up here. So I'll show the views more, better than my face. Tierna will head off there. And I'm gonna show you here, they've got a little wood platform lookout here as well, but we went right down to the best part of it. Well, I should even show you the horses one more time. Let's see the angle from but we will be doing more episodes down in Baiona. Like I explained about the walking into the Camino. And we have a food tour in the old quarter. We take you to a few spots and enjoy in the old quarter there. Okay, the sun's really coming down. Let's go see the horses one more time. Without stepping in all the obstacles here. There's a few of them. You can tell there's quite a few of them here. We've even got the vacas, the cows, vaca gallega, the blondies, vaca rubia. They're not wild, but they come up here and graze. They let them eat up here, so you'll see them amongst the trees as well with the horses. Here we go, your last angle of the horses here over top of the sunset. And I'll zoom in a bit again. Yeah, Adrian, I think is what Adrian did a ride with his horses all the way down. You went to Zamora, didn't you? So he's been trips where he's done riding, and he does all trips throughout here. Horse and man, what a pair through the generations and generations. Okay, now I think he's got the car ready. We're gonna try it. If it does cut off a bit, just remember to refresh your screen. And it's about just a couple minutes drive all the way up to the top. We're going to the Alto de Groba. And then we're going to walk right to a hut through a trail, because like I explained, there's trail walking here. I just got to watch I don't trip on rocks. Last little view here. Dorley was saying, Sean, right, I haven't seen you for a while. Where can I find more tours? It's beautiful. Yes, Dorley, it's been busy summertime, in-person tours, so virtual touring's been something I had to give a hold. But now with collaborations like with the tourism of Baiona, we're doing all live streaming here to show you what an option it is to think for your next vacation coming here. And a little bit about the culture of the horses. We've got a little lookout hut here. You see, a lot of hikers come up. Now I'm gonna turn, and let's see if this part works. So you can see they're like lawnmowers, aren't they? Look how clean all this is. Now, let's get inside. And in the car. Let's see if this works. Woohoo, we're going on a safari.
Safari tour.
Let me get my belt on. Okay, ready to roll, Tiernan. Just don't stall. Look at the sun coming down there. You can even see it through my mirror. Now we're going right up to the top. We'll get night light views. Let me know if your connection's okay. If you can still hear me and see me. Refresh. Yeah, road trip, no. Well, on a safari in a Jeep, no. So here we go. Let's try it. Because we thought we couldn't walk this, it would take way too long. So we said, hey, let's try it. The connection does get a little bit up here. So stay with us and refresh there because it should connect in again. Because I know it does get weak and it'll get a little bit pixeled. But this whole hill throughout here, there's horses all throughout the trees. And you got all the eucalyptus, the pine, and then you've got as well different areas, lookouts. See, this is the best way. Get Tiernan into my dual sidekick here to drive while I've got the... If you can still hear, good. It might go the image a bit, but then we just got a little bit more, and then we're out of the car. And the connection will come up. Just about. And now you're gonna come to the side of the road here, I'll tell you when. And then I'll start walking the little trail. Okay, now the connection should be coming back. And Tiernan's gonna stop the car right here. Yeah, put it right there beside the Vuelta to España, right here. It's good. Okay, now I'm gonna get out. Seatbelt off. And we are out. Made it, everyone. Everyone's still with me. Let's see, turn around. Everyone's still with us. Thumbs up if you made it all the way up here. Okay, I'm gonna turn around. Let me know if the chat's going okay. This is where part of the Vuelta de España 2013. So they came all the way up here on the bicycle around España, cyclists. So etapa, second etapa there. Okay, good. Thank you, Laura. Thank you for letting me know. It got a little bit choppy. No, I know that would have, but we're trying something that to bring this to your screens. Now the sun's gone down a little bit, so we'll walk right to here. There's a bit of wind. Yeah, fun, no. Coming with us on a real hike. A real hike, and I. Now we're going through the trail here, and we'll see how that goes. Usually there's cows right up here too, but a little bit late now. But look at these views from up here. See, we're even higher up. Look at that. I'm going to go a little bit faster so we can get the last bit of sun, and then we can get it at night too. How's that sound? See, there's these trails, rocky trails, good for horse riding, walking. There's e-bikes too. No, yeah, that sounds like fun. Oh, look, we got heather up here too. So laid all the nice heather. Heather, grosh, and all different type of wild bushes. And it's very rocky. All the trails, all the granite. You can see these trails have been used for centuries. And right up here we've got a little observation hut too. Look at this over top of the wild brush. Look at that. Look at that, it's a drone shot. One day I'll get my drone up So we can try that too, but still testing to do a drone live tour. So now you can see we got a bird's eye view right over top of Baiona. There's a little bit of wind. Let me know if you can still hear all right. Always checking. So if anyone has any questions, go right ahead as we continue walking this little bit of a trail so you get an idea of what the trail walking is like here. Almost looks something like out of the Highlands. Very same type of a climate. Well, warmer here, but the wildflowers, very rocky. Yes, one day I'll have a drone tour. Right now we're going to get some footage the next day here. But this is almost like a drone tour. We are way up high. I like doing these lookouts. Now we've got a little bit grassy part. How high we are now? Well, the whole hill I think is 668. Oh, look at this, everyone. And it's about just over 650 meters. So that's like 2,200 or 2,150 feet. There's even a trail that goes up there. And you can see even more of a look at the sun here, everyone. Let's get that right from the hut. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna continue. I know I said 50 minutes for this tour. We'll probably go a little bit over. If you have any questions at the end there, we can answer any questions. And we will be doing this again on the 30th of July. And it will be the same tour, and then with Adrian from Finca Moreira, and then hopefully we'll see some more horses, because that's always a thing. These horses in these two locations that there's the only place for connection. We would love to take you in the outback and to show you in the trails, but there's no way that we would get a good signal. Even here it's probably a little bit jumpy, but this is why we decided these 2 points. Oh, thank you for the heart there, Jay. Yes, it's spectacular. Wait till you see from here now. The sun's just peeking over the last clouds there. So it's getting a bit shaky, but I'm watching my footing for the rocks. Do another stop here. And we'll even try. Look at that. Wow, Baiona. Claire's asking, Sean, are you Mike's brother? Yes, I'm the older brother. He's the man for whiskey trails in Scotland, and I'm the man for wine country and food tours and nature tours here in Spain, in Galicia. And Baiona is a spot where we have an excellent food tour of the whole quarter and other walking tours, even sailing too. And up here, this is the whole point of it, to show you this offer up here for tourism, to get up to these hills in A Groba Hill. Now let's get right to the end here. Okay, and even the coloring of the green and the purple looks so beautiful. Now this wouldn't have been the same if we had a foggy night. Just a tiny bit of haze because it was warmer these last few days. And you'll have to look at our replay there, whoever didn't see our arribada. We went right aboard the replica of La Pina now with our YouTube channel. So don't forget to subscribe there to our channel, because we're going to be doing a few more here. Coming right to where there's the observation hut I told you, see right up here. And we're going to get lights as well as start to go on still the sun's just behind the cloud there, so it's still got a bit more, because I mean, sunset was starting at 10, 10, yeah, right now. So this is where it's supposedly going right down. We got long days here in this area of Spain, because we actually should be on the same time as London, as Portugal, as England, UK, because we're on the same timeline of Greenwich Mean Time. But they wanted the Spain mainland to have all the same time zone, so they left Galicia at what it is, GMT +2. So that's why we've got more light, and people can be having dinner this time of year at 12 o'clock at night. Look, it's 10:30 now, 10:10 now, and people start coming into restaurants at 11:30 to have dinner. Hard to believe. So here we've got our hut. I'm going to go around the other side first, and you can see so there's bird watching up here as well. Let's get the angle from here first. See the nice granite. Yeah, the bushes, there's normally they've got the yellow flower, so it's groshno, and then there's even thistles. I'm gonna get a time of year too, so you get the purple thistles, and you've got heather. So lots of, I'm getting a runny nose up here with this wind. See, even there, you can see there's a few of the flowers still. Ooh, they're prickly. They'll love to eat this. This here in Galicia is called tosho. Tosho. Did you get that there, Dorley? You saw the, and then there's all the purple haze. That's all the heather. So what do you think, everyone? The sun's still there. Baiona. Just spectacular. The Bay of Baiona there. I'll use a zoom a bit. There you can see clearly Monterreal, the yacht club down there, Monterreal where the Parador is. And then you've got protecting the whole Bay of Vigo, the Cies Islands. Then you've got the Estelas Islands, the Star Islands, those two small ones. That's Monteferro, right over there, like I explained. And then we've got all of Negran and all the beaches. Spectacular, isn't it? Oh, more than welcome, Laura. I hope you enjoyed. But like I say, add it to your list, and we're gonna do another angle. I don't know if with a zoom you can see it good. I'm gonna zoom out a bit, and I'll zoom back later. Zoom to. I know on the zoom there I have to stop talking because it does a change of mic. I'm going to go right up here. Now I'm at the highest point. And let's do this one. See how it does the panoramic 0.5. So I'm quite happy with this app, being able to bring virtual tours again. Hi, there's Mike in the background from Virtual Scotland, my brother. So you have to check out some of his tours when he starts again. Been a busy man too. So I'm so pleased that we were able to bring this to you on a day where you could see the views. Now I'm still going to hang around a bit longer. We're over the time now, but any questions you might have about Baiona, about the Garrano, the pure Galician breed of horses, about different things, let us know how to get here. You know, there's an airport of Vigo that you can fly into. It's very close by. We're only half an hour away. You've got Porto down there as well, or you can fly into Porto in Portugal, and we're only about an hour, 15 hour, 20 away. So it's accessible getting through here in the northwestern corner of Galicia here in Baiona. And don't forget, we can do all the in-person tours for you too in this beautiful town of Baiona. Now we're gonna say our goodbyes. There's the hut there. We're gonna turn around so you can get the last shot of us. Tiernan shivering away. So we're at the highest point here, everyone. We hope you enjoyed our show of Baiona. Again, thanks to the tourism of Baiona.
Thank you for joining.
Doing great to promote different area up in the Alto da Groba. We're up in the main high point, the lookout point of A Groba. And you'll have to come and see for yourself all of Baiona. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
And you can see there's a link as well in the description to go and leave a review on our webpage. It's a free tour, no donations, no tips. This is free, and we just want you to enjoy all this view and think about coming here in person and to put Baiona on your bucket list. I hope everyone has after this. And I'm going to turn around silently, and we have to walk back anyway so you can get some more views if you want to hang around. But thanks again for joining Tina and I.
Thank you.
And you can see our webpage there, Eat and Walkabout, for our food tours here. Eat and Walkabout, because that's what we do. Thank you. Bye-bye. Take care.
Bye. Take care, everyone.
Have a good Sunday. Boas noites.
Boas noites.
Hasta pronto. And I'll turn this around. Now I'll go silent. Yes, we will do it again on the 30th. At the same time, 9:30. Cross fingers for this sunset. Cross fingers for the horses coming out. And cross fingers that Adrian of Finca Morera can come along with Tiernan and I and explain a bit more about the horses and about his whole association and project. Because I think it's great what they're doing here in this area to protect these wild bestas. All these wild horses. Oh, glad you loved it, Kathleen. Okay, I'm gonna walk. Look at that, you can see the lights coming on the boats. Let's see if the lights will come on here. I'm gonna wait a couple seconds because I know the lights of all the little houses will come on. That's another beautiful view. Any other last questions? Go right ahead. I'm here in silent, but I'll answer any questions. Bye-bye again. Hasta pronto.
Bye. Hasta pronto. See you soon.